Hello and welcome to Gameplay Junkies. I think this is episode 7. It's been a couple of weeks, more than a couple of weeks since we've been live. I am, of course, BenNny Mac. Joining me over there somewhere is Mr. Jack V.
Hello, right?
Yeah, man, how are you?
Not too bad. Good, thanks.
Yeah, been a while since we talked games. That's a bollocks. It's a while since we've talked games on a podcast. We'll leave it at that.
I can't remember when the last time we did it was.
It was a good month ago, I think, to be honest. Maybe a bit longer because of holidays and then other stuff and just you not being free and then me not being free, but it is what it is. Hello, Liam. Thank you very much for popping by. One of our loyal listeners / watching us live. Well, got a few things to talk about today. I mean, we've already talked about it on the show enough anyway, I think, in terms of Starfield, what we were hoping for, but I think we'll get onto it in a moment, but I'll leave it at this for the moment because I want to talk about something else quickly. But I think the hype might be starting to set in with us, Jack, and we'll talk about why in the next segment. But I think we're both looking forward to it, aren't we? It's probably the best way I can say it without saying too much away. But yeah, you can follow us on. It's not Twitter anymore, is it? I need to change that, but it's follow us on X. At Gameplay Junkies. You follow myself at BenNny Mac. You can see at the bottom of the screen there, and Jack on Twitter as well. Although you're almost like the mags of this podcast. You need to use it a bit more. But at Gameplay Junkies, you can follow us at BenNy Mac BNNYMACK. I forgot there's an audio version to this, and at Jack V327. Oh, and follow the network obviously at SJP World Media. I hope everybody's well, and I appreciate everybody popping in to say hello and let us talk about some video games. Hopefully, and there's some stuff coming out. We played an event for Modern Warfare 3 the other day, which gave us a bit of a teaser, which we'll talk about towards the end of the show. I don't know how long the show is going to be today, Jack, to be fair. I don't know really.
Well, it depends how long we can talk for, doesn't it?
Well, mate, it's me. I can talk for an hour by myself. You can just stand there and look at me. But yeah, we're going to try and get back to a regular. So obviously every other weekend we'll try and do this. We're back into a good groove now. I want to do some other stuff for you, Jack, which I'll talk to you off air about, maybe trying some other things and stuff. I can see you're looking at something because your screen's just brightened up big time. You've gone pale as Michael Jackson there, mate.
Yes, the sun has moved away from my window, so it's made my room dark.
Okay. There we go. Anyway, what I want to talk about quickly now, so obviously we're on Twitch on BenNy Mac Gaming. We are on YouTube on SJP World Media, and we're on Facebook on SJP World Media. I was going to do some streaming earlier for the first time in a long time, other than this podcast, because this is the only thing going out on that channel at the moment. And I thought, what can I play? Because basically, mate, I'm waiting for Starfield. But I thought, let's do some Red Dead. Let's do the story. Let's just chill out and do some exploring on that kind of stuff, man. And there's so many videos out there. But I was going to stream anyway. Irrelevant, because I use, what's it called? This is Streamlabs, which you've moved over to OBS, haven't you?
I use OBS.
So earlier I logged in, and as per usual, on that particular freaking platform, the cameras move.
Yeah.
So for people watching, obviously you can do this on here very easily. You can do that on, blah, blah, blah. There we go. But so I set it all up, and I thought, well, the other half's coming home. She's going to have lunch and then go back to work. So I did all that, got it set up ready for Red Dead, all that kind of stuff. Make sure the game was working, all that BS. So I was going to do it via the Xbox like I normally do. Came back on, logged on. Now, it all moved again. Pain in the ass, so I put it all back.
Yeah.
But now, the sound isn't coming through. Now, I use a capture card. I was gonna get off and I forgot to get it off, but you know what I'm on about. It's that bit with so HDMI goes this end and the USB goes into the computer. That felt really warm. Like really warm. I'm not even talking like warm is the wrong word. Hot. But for some reason, the sound, even I could see the picture for the game via the Xbox through the capture card, but I couldn't hear anything. Yeah, I had the sound working earlier. Anyway, I lost my shit and I've downloaded OBS, mate, and started building my stream back up. It's a short version of that fucking story, basically. StreamYard, I think, is good. It's like Streamlabs is what I'm talking about. StreamYard is what we're using now, is very good for this type of show. Because we've been looking for some of this for a while, haven't we, to be fair? Yeah. When Sly said we could do this on SJP, so, oh my God, this is so much easier.
It is so much easier. So
yeah. But I've made some overlays earlier, because I had to because I obviously I moved PC, didn't I?
Yeah.
So I didn't actually, for some reason, some of it didn't actually didn't transfer over for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe I think it's actually saved to the what's it called? The OBS, the Streamlabs.
Yeah.
I think it's actually saved to that. And I was going to try and load one up, but I can't. Don't know whether it will work on here to see if it will work. Don't know if it will work or not. We'll open it up and see if it does. No, it's invalid file type, so I can't do it. But I've ended up making some more. And so yeah, I've moved to OBS, mate. Basically, I see Liam in the chat here. In my opinion, OBS is the best free one out there. I've tried Streamlabs and couldn't get on with it. I struggled with it for a good couple of years, haven't I? To be fair, on Twitch, because we made affiliate and stuff like that.
Yeah,
but it's just a case of like I said, you look on screen now for people watching. Like so we've got the camera set up here. You log out of it and you come back on, and it'll be like that. It's like, why are my cameras moved? Why does it move? I don't understand, to be honest. I don't really get the whole fucking thing. I mean, but I don't know. Does your capture card? Do you use the same capture card as me? Don't you?
No, I've got a Elgato HD60. Is it? I think it's called.
Oh, I thought I had the same.
No, it's a external Elgato one. I know the one you're on about. I changed from that a while back.
I bear in mind the PC wasn't on, but when I turned the PC on, it was really warm.
Yeah.
So how I go into it is probably whether it's that. So I've unplugged it and hopefully it'll cool down, and maybe it's just it was going overdrive. I don't know what was going on with it, mate, to be honest, but I hope it does. But I've started building it in OBS, and hopefully what I plan to do is, because we're live every other Sunday on here.
Yeah.
Obviously on SJP World Media, but I'm hoping to get BenNny Gaming back up and running. And so that's twitch.tv/BenNny Gaming, BNNY MACK, and then gaming at the end. So if anybody wants to go and subscribe or follow or whatever, follow, not subscribe. You don't have to do that. It's helpful, but don't have to do it. My point is, maybe for a couple of hours before this show,
yeah,
playing some games. If you're free, jump on with me. We can try some new games out. But I thought it'd be cool just to do a bit of that and then do gameplay junkies with you about 5:30, 6 o'clock or whatever you're free every other weekend. So Connor, thank you very much for joining us. Hello, BenNny and Jack. Pre-ordered Starfield and EAFC. Had some gift card money saved up on my Xbox and just said screw it. Did you get, because we had it on Game Pass, so we didn't pay for it, but what did we upgrade to, Jack?
So we there was an option, wasn't there? So obviously we got Game Pass, so we get it free. But there was an option to upgrade to the premium version, and then it was an extra £31 or £32. So obviously you don't pay for the base game. Basically, whatever the cost of the base game took off the premium cost of the game, and that left like £32, which we paid, and that gave us the 5-day early access. I think it's like $31.99 or $32.99, something like that.
It was just. It was about 31, 32. I can't remember now. Do you know what? I could check my bank, to be honest, and be able to tell you the exact price, I guess. But
would actually be. Hang on, I got it here in front of me. 2 seconds.
Oh, you? Yeah. He's going to do it. Okay, he's going to do it. But yeah, it was. We both sort of sat there and were like, yeah, okay, we're going to have to do this. But hopefully, there's some. I see some people online already got access to it and are starting to do reviews and stuff. I also see I see a balance of, I see more, this is amazing, and I see less of, this is shit. But there is always somebody that's not a Bethesda fan. But we are going to be talking Starfield in a little bit, but I think we should just quickly, Liam's already followed. Thank you very much, Liam. I appreciate that. BenNny Gaming, I'm assuming is what he means on that one. So, yeah. Was it a LAN event or what was that?
Warzone event. It was Warzone.
It was a Warzone event. Yeah, it was a Warzone event. Wasn't it? We did it. It was quite cool. I like the.
It was $31.49.
Oh, there you go.
And it's called Starfield Premium Edition Upgrade. That's what it was listed on the Xbox Store and on the Xbox, not the Xbox app on the PC. The Xbox.
Yeah. Okay.
Game Pass app on the PC. That's where I bought it through. One thing I did notice, actually, which I'll say this while we're here now, I read that you are going to be able to just sign on Xbox and then go to PC and carry on playing on PC and vice versa. So I've got it installed on the Xbox and the PC. So I'm hoping that's true, so that we can then, like, if I'm sat in front of my PC, can play it, and then say I go to a different room and I want to carry on playing it, I just pick up where I left off on the Xbox itself.
I was gonna move into it says not a lot. I was going to move into Call of Duty, mate. But do you want to do Starfield first, since we're here? Since we're already talking about it?
Can do.
As well, aren't we? To be fair, So we moved on to it. Obviously, we bloody I got to move this list around because I moved it around a bit. But yeah, we weren't going to. We were.
Bethesda fan myself, but I've been playing Elder Scrolls Online with a friend and enjoying that. See, I have not been a massive Bethesda fan, but I really like the look of this. And what sold it for me even more is the fact that I can pay it for free on the Game Pass. So if I don't like it, it doesn't matter.
But also, you were I'm not going to do that because I can just get on the Game Pass. And what did you were the first one out of the two of us to actually go, I'm going to upgrade it, I think, to be honest, because it looks really good. So that says something already.
Yeah, to be fair.
Sorry, 2 seconds. Liam, not a Bethesda fan myself, but been playing Elder Scrolls Online with a friend and enjoying it at the moment. There you go. Now, Elder Scrolls, I understand, had a bit of a shaky start, didn't it, by all accounts? But
it did. When I downloaded it, when it first came out, I played it for about half hour and then was like, nah, I've had enough of this.
Yeah. There you go, man. Oh, mate, I'm looking forward to it. We get to play it September 1st. So if you already happen to be a Game Pass member, and it gives you that offer for like £31 or £32. What was it again? You said it a minute ago.
$31.49.
$31.49, mate. For a game these days, that ain't a bad price, to be fair, I don't think. But like you said, even if you don't want to do that, Game Pass and you're done.
Exactly. You don't have to do that. We've already done that because we can't wait.
Basically, yeah.
Because we're impatient.
Liam, I mean, playing for free is always a plus. Yeah, 100%, Liam. 100%. So, yeah. Man, I'm looking for it. We got to talk. I know we talked about it before on previous podcasts, and I apologize if you've only just joined us again and you've gone, well, they're talking about Starfield again. How can we not? This has the potential to be a freaking game of this generation, to be honest, in terms of this evolution of this console and stuff, doesn't it? Let's face it. So the Starfield release date is Wednesday, September 6, 2023, across PC and Xbox Series X and S. I think it only is on Xboxes. It's locked at 30 frames per second. I believe.
Yes. With that release date, if you've upgraded to the premium edition or you've bought the premium edition, it's the 1st of September.
Yes, it is 100%. You can also get it on Steam as well. Obviously, it's on Game Pass. If you've got Game Pass, why would you get it elsewhere? I don't know. My internet decided to be a pain in the bum there, so we'll load it back up in a moment. So hang on. So now the standard edition is $59.99 on PC and $69.99 on Xbox. So you can currently get 20% off your pre-order. So if you go to Game Pass right now and you haven't done it, if you click on the Game Pass one and click on it to download it and stuff, it should then give you the option, I'm hoping, for the money off like we had. So yeah. I think that's how it basically worked, didn't it? To be honest, if I remember.
Well, it's just a standalone thing, wasn't it? Just a standalone game option.
Yeah, Liam in the chat here, it does look really good, and I hope it does live up to the hype. I might have to try it for myself if it's good. Yeah, again, Liam, if you enjoy a Bethesda game, I don't know what's going on with this over here. We're going to stop sharing it for a moment. Again, Game Pass, Liam. I can't really say it any better than that. If you've already paid the, what is it, $14.99, whatever it is a month now, I can't remember. Why not? Why not? Just give it a go if you're enjoying that. I mean, I know you weren't a fan of it. I became a fan of it in terms of the Fallout series. I mean, I played Fallout 3 back in the day on Xbox 360, but I was not really introduced to it again until Fallout 76. Again, not a perfect launch. Could have been better, but at the same time, it was an experience, and that's what Bethesda are good at doing, I think, is making a bit like Rockstar. Very good at making worlds.
Yeah.
Is that fair way to say it? Yeah. I don't really know how to say it better than that, to be honest with you, mate. So yeah, I mean, anything you want to add to it, mate? To be honest, it's like I said, it's
No,
I mean, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it big time. I feel like Liam in the chat here. I'm looking at getting the PC Game Pass. There's some great games. There are some games on it I want to play, mostly Grounded, but it looks good. Deal for PC Pass. Grounded's a good game, to be fair. It's I think it's a game that's flew under the radar. I bet you played Grounded with us, didn't you, Jack?
Yeah, I did when it was in beta.
That's it. Yeah, we did.
Yeah, the Game Pass is, in my opinion, a cracking thing.
It's a great idea.
Yeah, there's so many games on here that I would not play. Like, I would look at and go, "Oh, I'm not paying for that because I don't know if I'm going to like it."
Yeah,
and it gives you the option to try it, and it gives you the option to try all these different indie games, stuff that's like not necessarily that well known. You think coming? So I'm just looking at the Game Pass on here now. Coming soon section on here. We got Sea of Stars, Starfield, Payday 3, Forza. I assume that's not a new Forza. That's got to be just be an update. Forza Motorsport, it might be. City Skylines 2.
There is a new Forza coming out. There is a new one coming out. I think it's Horizons, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, so just in the Starfield's 70 quid near enough, isn't it? Payday's 3 is probably going to be 70 quid. Forza's going to be there near that. If you buy those 3 games, you've paid what you get access to thing for.
Yeah,
so
we worked it out, didn't we? We did work it out on a previous podcast, but literally, it's worth it. And again, if you end up liking something really well, and you think, do you know what? When it comes on offer again, I'll buy the full game. So if I decide somewhere down the line that I don't want Game Pass anymore, or it becomes more of a burden to pay for, you've got the game that you wanted because obviously.
Plus, assuming that obviously the Activision deal goes through, then it could be even more value for money if the new Call of Duty start appearing on Game Pass as well.
Yeah, I thought it had gone through. Has it gone through, or is it
still being held up? It's only, I believe, I could be wrong on this, but I believe it's still the UK CMA or CMA, Competitions Market. CMA that's holding it up.
So it's not quite done yet, then. So I thought last time we spoke about it, it had actually it had sorted itself out, type thing. If that makes sense. Or they said, "Oh, you can't do that." So I don't know, mate. It'd be a shame if it. I don't know. I don't want necessarily all games to miss out, but I don't know. Man. What's this, Connor? I think I get the game a day early with the pre-order, so I can play it a day early. I think that's right, isn't it? The Starfield, I
could
assume.
Be. To be honest, hang on. Let me have a look.
I know you get it. I know you get it. I think because the actual release date of the main game is 6th of September, but if you've got the thing we've got, you get it on the 1st of September. So, which works out quite well, mate. Because the next day, I think is a
Friday going into Saturday, isn't it?
There you go then. Brilliant. So
I'm just looking on here now. So the release, if you've pre-ordered the standard edition, the release date is the 6th, which is what day is that? That is a Wednesday. If you go for the premium edition, which is £99.99, then it's available on the 1st. So and then there's a third option here, which just says Starfield Premium Edition Upgrade, where obviously you spend your extra $31.49, and you can upgrade to the Premium Edition.
All right, okay.
So that's actually a separate option on the Game Pass PC app. That is anyway. Just got the 70 quid standard edition, but the Xbox store says I can play it on the 5th. To be honest, it may do. I'm looking at the Xbox PC store, so I couldn't tell you.
Is that for the time difference?
Where about? That's a good point, actually.
Connor's in the States, isn't he? I think. I believe he's in the States. So
it very well could be. Hang on, what I'll do? Let me load my Xbox up here now.
Okay.
And I'll see what it says on the.
No worries. Well,
story
there's
here.
a comment in here. I can quickly read while you're doing that. Liam in the chat, considering what PlayStation have done to Microsoft in terms of Activision, like purposely making servers laggy on other consoles, I think Microsoft are being very fair in terms of the deal.
Yeah, no, I do. I
He's
completely agree.
nailed it on the head. He's nailed it on the head.
Completely agree.
So I'm assuming you're free for the Tuesday thing, Jack, yeah? It was about 7 p.m, was it?
I need to have a word with you about
You don't know if you are?
that. No.
Oh, okay, so you might not do it then.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to be free. I was about to advertise it, but if you're not free...
no, that's what I was... I need to speak to you about that.
So you're not free?
If it's... Is it 7 o'clock?
I think I sent you a message, didn't I? I'll quickly look while you're doing that, but I think it was... We're talking about Gamescom, ladies and gents, anyway. I believe it's on Tuesday. I will find it in the message.
While you're looking on that, Connor, I'm looking on our version of the Xbox store then in the UK. Release date 6th of September at 1 a.m. So it could be the... what time? Did you happen to notice what time it said on there? Because that could be like, depending on where you are in the States, if it's coming Tuesday midday, then...
For a world release to get
like
to
a
everybody
world
gets...
release point, yeah.
Yeah,
it says 1 a.m. on the 6th for us. And that's with just the standard edition.
According to this, Gamescom is on the 22nd of August.
Right, do you know what sorry, just quickly. Do you know what I've just realised, though? Connor's playing $70. Ours is $69.99 in pounds.
Oh, it should be the...
What's the exchange rate now? What's
good point, actually, yeah. Good point, actually.
That's it. Let's follow up.
Good point, mate. Good point.
£69.99.
I'm going to assume it's for the time difference, mate, to be honest with you.
Oh, well, we're being robbed here. So, as of today at 5 o'clock with the exchange rate, £69.99 is $89.13.
Damn.
So ours is like $20 more.
Yeah, but we paid for half. We didn't pay full price, mate, so we're fine. Everybody else in the UK who hasn't done that...
I bet it's the VAT.
Yeah, more than likely. I never understood the VAT when it comes to digital products, because apart from it going through the wires, through the world of the internet, what is it actually shipping?
Saying that, actually, that's a question that Connor might be able to answer for us. Is that $70 that you've paid on the store? Because they don't add tax to the purchase price in America, do they? It's not like ours.
No,
it's not like ours. It's separate.
They go. It's this, and then it's this with the tax on it.
So, do you then pay is that $70 including the tax, or is that $70 that is what you pay, but then the tax gets added after?
I have no idea, mate. Anyway,
because that was one of the things when I was in America on holiday, and I was walking around, and I was like, oh, I'll get this. It's like $10, and I walk up, and they're like, oh, it's 12. I was like, oh. And then I remembered what was going on.
Got to pay the bloody the
tax with tax. Okay, so because it's different there. I think the states have different tax, don't they? Like different state is a different tax.
I believe so. Yeah,
everyone else.
It's different over there, isn't it? So anyway, but either way, I'm assuming it's a time difference in terms of the release day. Anyway,
yeah, it's got to be. I reckon that's what.
In order for it to be a global sort of thing, because obviously everywhere, unless you stay up. Because remember that when we got No Man's Sky back in the day, and it didn't come out until 2 p.m.
Oh yeah,
UK time, but we thought it was going to come out at midnight over here, and it didn't. And it absolutely stayed up to give it a go for an hour, and then it wasn't even on the bloody thing, was it? Anyway,
why not I just Google Starfield US release date?
You could do that, yeah, that'd be better. I was just going to say, I can feel, I mean, in terms of the people that are, so Liam and Connor are going to give it a go, hopefully, by the sounds of it. Well, Connor definitely, because he's brought it. Have you given much thought to your character, Connor? What he or she is going to look like, or they, or whatever the bloody right political term is to say these days? I got a funny feeling, man. I'm going to be in that opening screen to make my character for at least 45 minutes.
Oh, easily.
So he's on Eastern time, mate. So UK is 5 hours ahead. We're 5 hours ahead of him, sorry.
So that'd be, 8 o'clock his time then? Do games normally release that sort of time, Connor? I don't know.
Again, world release. They want everybody to play at the same time, don't they?
Apart
from
the Starfield countdown. How many days are there? The game thanks to the game having a single global release time, the US will actually gain access to Starfield on the 5th of September at 5 p.m. Pacific time or 8 p.m. Eastern time. So there we go. That's what it is. It's a global release. So yeah, you're right. 8 o'clock. It'd be 8 o'clock your time.
That's what I mean. It's I think it's just going to be there. You go, countdown clock. Don't want the bloody. We're not advertising what that is, but the countdown clock for Starfield. 16 days, 5 hours, 54 minutes, and I wish this.
Do you know what the worrying thing is, though, Ben? Right?
What's that?
It's 12 a.m., but it actually comes out at 1 a.m. And for us, it's actually 5 days less.
Well, yeah. To be fair, I suppose that is, yeah.
Connor says the EAFC drops in at 12 a.m. Eastern time. Oh, okay.
To be fair, I haven't looked much at the new FIFA. I say FIFA game, you know what I mean? The EA, I've not really thought much on it, to be honest.
I haven't, to be fair.
What's this? If I play, I'm going to do my standard thing and run with the default look. No, I think they've got something like 40 presets for the character, and then you sort of choose one you like the look of, but then you can go in deeper, and then you can change things as you go. So you get sort of like a 40 odd presets. You think, I kind of like that face, or I like that, and then you can change it as it goes. Like you go in deeper to customize it. So don't bloody do it. I'm interested to know, actually, Jack. What are you going to do? Story, or are you just going to see how it goes?
More than likely.
I really, as I sit here right now, I feel like I want to just basically, once I've gone through the opening scene, which I think is on Mars, once you've given your look and everything done, which is going to take me, like I said, I guarantee you, if I can, I'll try and, when I first play it, I'll try and stream it on BenNy Gaming. But I guarantee you, I'm going to be on there for 45 minutes minimum, just making my freaking character and my backstory.
I couldn't remember what you was like with Cyberpunk.
What do you mean? Like I was like,
that game has got some customization.
Yeah, but I think Starfield's got more, mate. To be honest with you.
Oh, I don't know. There was things you could customize in that game that I don't know if you could customize in.
No, I agree. I agree. We all have big dongs running around. I know exactly what you're on about. My point is, I think there's a lot more going on in terms of the look of your character. I think there's more going on. Connor in the chat, I think I'm going to pick military or gun runner background because I always be running and gunning. Lol, fair enough.
One thing I have seen recently...
Jack will go stealth, won't you, Jack? You're really good at stealth games.
Yeah, as long as it comes with a rocket launcher. One of the things I've seen is that when you pick your starting traits, apparently that has a big impact on the rest of the whole game, like the rest of the game. So
yeah, they've got
wisely.
Ones. Yeah, they've got starting. They've also got 3 bonus ones, haven't they?
Yeah, all of the
3 bonus ones. Yeah,
have positive and negative aspects to them. So you've got to like work out. I know I saw one of them, which was like, I can't remember what it's called, but I think it was called Hero Worship or something. But yeah, you have this fan
Hero Worship. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, he's a character from Skyrim, I think, or one before that. I don't know.
Yeah, and he follows you around. But if you let him join your crew, he will randomly give you gifts.
There's also one where, because I think people get annoyed by him because there's a lot of people like going behind him and like aiming to shoot him. But there's also one where you can have this is weird to say, but you can have parents.
If
you have parents, I think you got to send something back. Like you got to send a set amount of credits back each month, or each week or something like that. So, but that would give you a sense of like a childhood home as well. Somewhere, wherever that would be. So, is that good? What benefits are there though, apart from giving your parents money?
It just said that you will be rewarded in unusual ways. So I don't know. It's random. I don't know.
It turns out in random ways you get sent. Maybe you get like a shitload of sandwiches, like a sack lunch as they call it in the States. Maybe they give Like a lot of maybe that could be a thing. Your mother could be making you like food or whatever, and you go back and instead of stim packs, it's like sandwiches or whatever.
Sandwiches.
Mate, it's for me, honestly, as I see it now, as I was saying, I feel like once I've done the tutorial bit and got all the like the basics down, and I can then fly away. And once I figure out how to make some money and stuff, I feel like I'm hoping, like on Elite Dangerous, mate, you can kind of get money for exploration. Now, I think if you scan things, you can get paid for it.
Yeah.
So again, but that's the point of this game. If you wanted to, you could literally ignore the story if you wanted to. I'm not saying I will, but what I'm saying
that's
is
pretty much what Connor said. You can pretty much do whatever you want. I think I'm just going to skip joining factions and just be a mercenary. Yeah. That's it.
Way to make money.
That's the thing. No two people are going to have the same playthrough in this game.
Good. I'm glad you brought that up, because apparently, even if you go to the same spot on a planet, say, I know it's not multiplayer, but say you went to the same spot I did on New Atlantis somewhere, or somewhere that's not crafted, because it uses the procedural generation, doesn't it, in places, you might find a mining settlement, and it might not be there for me. I don't know if that's to that full extent, but the way they've explained it is like it might not be exactly the same for you as it is for me.
Okay,
that's quite that's what I took from their their thing they did, didn't they? At when we did the watch along. So I mean, like, I don't know about maybe there isn't a monster there for me, or maybe there isn't mercenaries in this building that this guy's fighting through now on the stream. But I just like the idea that it can be absolutely
sorry. So you've seen on that video has just reminded me of something I thought, and I thought actually that's a good detail. The fact that if you're in 0G and you fire your kinetic weapon, it pushes you back. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Now that's a detail that's like that's a good detail.
Mate, I think I know there's going to be a lot of people have a lot of negativity around Bethesda, but like there's also, but I think it's only a small amount, really. And I know, again, I mentioned it earlier, it's Fallout 76. Did it have the best launch? No, but they rectified it and they fixed it when it went on. And the people I met in that game, the things I did in that game, even to playing with other people or even just being by myself, the journey, like you do in Rockstar games, from Red Dead to GTA, those moments where you're just riding or driving somewhere and somebody says, "Hey, I need your help." Those aren't necessarily, yes, they're put in, but they're not necessarily, not everybody would do them. I still to this day have a GTA. I don't think you said you had it eventually, but when I first told you, I've never seen that. I did a mission with Franklin in GTA 5, ended up on the shore somewhere. I didn't have a car anywhere nearby, so I had to climb up the hill, like you got to do, and get to a road. As I'm climbing up this bit of thing, and if guys in the chat, if you have done this, let me know, because I don't know anybody else who's done it. I think you said you did after, but I came up the top of the hill, and there were two guys with a live woman tied up, and they were going to bury her in the fucking ground. So I saved her, and it turns out, as she's talking to you and you're driving her back to the city, because it's the north end of the map. Pardon me. When I drove back to the city, she was talking. It turned out she was the daughter of one of the guys in Vice City, in the Vice City game, like Sully or something, or whatever his name was. One of the guys, when you're Tommy Facchetti, one of the guys that says, like, he's one of the boss men in that room. I think he's the boss man. Turns out, at least if I got the right character, was her daughter in fucking in GTA 5. It's like, what the hell? And that was a random moment. I've played that story through at least 5 or 6 times. Over the generations of consoles, and I've only ever had that happen to me once. So I don't know, couldn't remember where exactly it was. So now imagine what that's like with Starfield.
Well, that's it. As Connor said there, like, it's good how every one of us is really going to have our own different, unique experience with it.
It's going to be amazing. I think I'm not expecting it to be I think there's going to be like a day one patch. There always is. I think there's already been a patch, hasn't there? Actually,
I hope it's not like 100 odd gigabytes.
No, I mean, I think there was a bit of a change, wasn't there? And it ended before it came out, I read. But whether that's true, I don't know, obviously.
I just downloaded 136, I think.
For what?
Starfield.
Megabytes, I assume.
Gigabytes.
Or gigabytes. Did you?
Yeah,
When?
that's how much the game is.
Oh, right. I thought you meant an update. I thought, Jesus
No,
Christ.
not an update. Jesus.
Oh,
man.
that.
That'd be upsetting. That would.
It would be
You
upsetting.
imagine getting there, getting excited. Oh, it's 1 o'clock. It's releasing, and then 136 gig update.
I'd be
Well,
pissed.
that's me not playing for 6 days.
Yeah, so those 5 days that we had extra now turned into days of updating the damn game.
Yep.
I did find some footage.
Just for anyone that's not in the UK, our internet is crap.
Yeah, it ain't the best. Now, I don't know whether this is new footage, by the way, of Starfield. So the people on podcast form, I apologise, but I just found this. Now I don't know whether this is just the snippets taken from the trailer or whether this is actually new footage here. It looks new. I've not seen some of this before.
I've seen this. I don't know where, but I've seen it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that.
That bit looks familiar. Yeah, he's going to shut the door now. Yeah, I think somebody's just taken the trailer foot. Yeah, this isn't new. This isn't new. I thought it was, but it's not.
That? Connor said the great thing about the new Xbox is you can pre-install pre-orders and they'll be... Yes, but Connor, and I reckon I've probably picked a wrong setting or done something, but for some reason my Xbox doesn't like auto-updating.
Mine does it fine.
Yeah, I don't know. It could be that I use alpha software on it, so it might be something to do with that.
Could be.
But some games will auto update fine, others will not. And to be honest, I should look at the settings. I haven't looked at the settings. There's probably something in there.
I have a few that don't, but generally I'm okay. I mean, I even tried that thing from my phone the other day where you can connect to your Xbox and download a game.
Yeah.
And I'm in the room, I just wanted to test it. And the Xbox didn't come on. I'm like, oh, well, that didn't work. Anyway, next morning I got up to put it on and it had downloaded the game. So I was like, holy crap, it did work. But there's no indication that it was working to me. But I was like, oh my God, that's so cool. Of course, not that you fit it on a disc now. Maybe you could fit it on a Blu-ray. But I do miss the days of just going, I fancy playing this game. Let's put the disc in and play it. That is the negative of it. Because you can't do that anymore. Can you? You can't just go, I fancy playing some COD or whatever, I'll put that disc in. But there we go. It is what it is. The games are fucking so much better.
Blu-ray holds could be up to 50 gig. So you need 3.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Bloody hell.
3.
I was going to say, yeah, it'd be like old school Final Fantasy, mate, or playing the old Final Fantasy games.
What game did I play that required 2 discs?
Metal Gear Solid on PlayStation 1 needed 2 discs.
Was it Alley Noir? Did that have 2 discs?
Might well have been, actually. Might well have been.
I think Alley Noir had 2 discs. Speaking of which, they're actually making another one of those.
Are they?
Yeah.
I never completed it, and that you're supposed to be able to read these people in the room when you're interrogating them and their facial expressions. They all look fucking shifty. They all did this.
Yeah.
Right, so I don't know whether they're telling the truth or not. So I was a shit detective, to be fair.
Alley Noir, it was 3 discs on the
discs
on the Xbox 360. 3 discs.
I don't have it on. I don't have it on disc. I got it from the store, so I didn't have to do the disc thing.
I remember that. You had 3 discs in it, and you had to just keep. You got to a stage, and it'd be like swap to disc 2. Continue the story. It's okay. What's Liam said? That's 136. You'll make a lot of players quit.
I was about to say that. Yeah.
When you get 80 meg download, and you've got 130. I downloaded it the other day on my PC, and my PC must have took about 6 hours, 7 hours.
Takes a bit of doing, doesn't it, mate? To be fair,
and it slowed all the internet in my entire house down doing it. So I was lucky that there was no one else here.
But in terms of downloading games, yeah, it's great and stuff, and lack of not making cases and bloody like recycling and all that. It's better and blah blah blah. I get that, but there was something to be said about just chucking a disc in when you fancy playing a game. Because now if I go, I fancy playing Fallout 76. 80 something gig. Oh, great. So the itch of wanting to play it. I know the cloud gaming's coming, blah, 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 but we're not in a position at the moment for it to be good enough.
As soon as the UK infrastructure is upgraded, which it's being done at the moment, I know they're working. I think you said they're working over your area. They're digging the roads up by my area, putting fibre in. So when we finally get gigabit download speeds, to be honest, it's not going to slow down. Like that's going to be Let's have a look. 100.
We'll do that quickly. Then we got to move on to COD, mate. After that, it'd be good though. I do, like I said, I miss the days of just like chuck a game in and play it because I got an itch for it. So whatever it may be, whether the guys in the chat are actually old enough to remember those days, I don't know. Liam in the chat, while Jack's doing that. The old PS3 was great for that. I was a massive shock when I moved to PS4 and had to download stuff. Oh, you had a PS3. The only game I played on a PS3, which I borrowed off my brother, I'm sorry, and I don't mean this to alienate anybody, but what an ugly fucking console. Now, I'm saying that with an Xbox Series X right by my feet, and that's a square bloody freaking thing.
20 minutes.
20 minutes for how much?
To download 136 gigabytes.
Mate, that's so... The only way I get 20 minutes on a download now is if it's like 15 gigabytes, basically.
And do you know what it's saying on my current internet speed?
Go on.
5 hours and 2 minutes.
Damn.
So,
Connor, be careful of social media and YouTube. A lot of spoilers of their very early access creators. So, yeah, it's Starfield, I assume he's on about. So, yeah, it's getting to that point now where the embargo is going to be...
I keep seeing it on TikTok, and I'm like, swipe.
Yeah, I don't want to know. I want to... Again, like I know I won't convince you to play it, Jack, because you didn't like it, but the experience I had in 76 was really good. And I played it again last week for a little bit, but because I've discovered it and explored the map and done stuff, it hasn't got anything else for me. Whereas Starfield will take a lot longer to do that. So, as Liam saying, it was an ugly console. Yes, the PS3
was an ugly console. It was. Like the PS2, I thought looked like a real. It looked good.
I liked that it stood up. Did you stand yours up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I had the Slim as well later on. Do you remember the Slim one?
Slim, yeah. I was working at Game when that came out.
Yeah.
I was actually working in the game shop when that came out. Dude, we should do that for next show. Not next week, the week after. We should do that. Like, we'll put a poll up on Gameplay Junkies, ladies and gents, for those listening. Not a poll. I'll set up a feed, like a thread, sorry. And what was your favorite? What's the best looking console?
What we should do next Gameplay Junkies, right? We should go through a timeline of our consoles that we've had, and we'll get some pictures.
We'll be here for ages.
No, we'll get some pictures up, right? Because some people listening, obviously, might be too young to remember half these consoles that we've actually gone through.
Yeah.
And it'd be interesting to see how many everyone has actually done. And
okay, so I'll get a list of consoles and I'll bring it up on screen and go, what's that? Yeah. You got to get in. Okay, yeah, all right, we'll do that next Gameplay Junkies. PS2, in my humble opinion, was the best console during the first lockdown. I rinsed some games on it. It was, mate, I love that was the last PlayStation I had. I love the PS1 back in the day. PlayStation 2 was the last console I had, and I had WWF Just Bring It on it, which at the time I thought was absolutely amazing. But now looking back,
do you know what the first thought has come into my head with that comment of Liam's there, right?
Which one?
Is how has he connected it to a telly? Because
PS2. Didn't they move over? Didn't the PS2 in the Slims? Didn't they move to HDMI?
No, it was 3 coloured prongs, whatever that was called. Because you had the
the
SCART adapter. Yeah, but
have you got Liam? Have you got the SCART, mate, or have you got the? Because
how old a telly? They had SCARTs for probably 15, 20 years.
Mate, I've got a telly at my mum's still, which I keep purposely to connect the fucking N64 to. Because flat screen TVs, you just can't do it anymore unless you buy the connectors and shit.
A quick funny story on this connectors, right? My mum asked me to copy across some old VHS videotapes, right? And she wanted them digitally. So the only way I found to do it was to connect the video player to my computer and then literally Streamlabs record the whole thing. But the problem is you had to sit there and watch the entire 6-hour video for it to do it. Now, this is where the problem came in. So I had to go from a SCART connector to a 3-coloured prong connector, from that to something else, then from that to something else, from that to something else, until I got to HDMI, which I could actually plug into the computer.
Good God, man.
What's that? I want to buy a piece of one and I'll have every PlayStation. And I connected it to the telly as my partner's mum has a SCART. Oh, okay. So got lucky with that. PS2, Nintendo Wii was played a lot through. Oh, fair enough. Yeah.
Mate, there's nothing. I found my old 360, not the first model that came out, the smaller one that came out with the hard drive inside it.
Yes.
But I was like, oh, I got so many 360 games that I could stream and stuff. Oh, that's be amazing. It came on, a red light came on, which apparently is overheating, which is bullshit.
Oh, not the red ring of death.
No, just the red light. It wasn't.
Okay.
So but I was like, why have I still got a SCART for it? The reason I had a SCART for it is because the HDMI port on mine failed and it wouldn't connect and it was wobbly as fuck. So I had to do that.
I had a Wii, Liam, but I never took off in my house. Same as we went from the Wii to the Xbox. Oh, what was it? Was it called? Was it the Kinect camera? Was it Kinect? What was it called? The camera that come out when you could do the wireless move.
Oh, what, on Xbox?
Yeah. Was it Kinect?
It was Kinect. Yeah, it was called Project Natal, I think, before it came out. It was Kinect, wasn't it? I can't. It's kind of giving it away, really. But I was going to just quickly I would do better pictures for the actual thing. But I just wanted to share this one with you. Obviously, it says the name of the console, but anybody recognise it?
I didn't even have that, mate. That's before my
time. I had no. That was PlayStation 1 era.
Really?
That was PlayStation. That was the rival for PlayStation 1.
Did that have the Sonic game on?
More than likely, there was a Sonic game for it because it's a Sega, mate. So that's their go-to, isn't it? But they got a cartridge at the back, which was meant to be for a memory card.
That was for the memory card.
I think so, and then but I think it was meant to be so you could play maybe Mega Drive games as well.
Yeah.
Now, I had a Sega Saturn, and the only other person in the town that had one was the only guy I could borrow games off because but I was always impressed as a kid because I was like, this was the first console that I owned that kept. So when you turned it off and turned it back on, it would be the correct time and date that you set it to. And for years, I didn't know how they did it, and I thought, well, it must be just because the power plug's in it.
Yeah,
it was nothing to do with that. It had a watch battery, one of those watch batteries in it, the back of it. I only found that out about a year ago, and I was like, holy shit.
Okay.
So and it kept all the time. Now, another game, Nights into Dreams, I think the game was called, blew my mind because they used that clock technology. So at Halloween, the game changed its skins to Halloween stuff. And then at Christmas, it would change to Christmas. It's a random game, mate, I'm not going to lie. But there's some great games for that console. Street Fighter Alpha 2 is one of the rare games for that. But yeah, I'll get some pictures together. I'll blank out the names on them.
Yeah.
And then we'll do it properly for next Gameplay Junkies. Hopefully that will be our only really game I played. Liam, well, we got to move on to Modern Warfare 3, Jack, but let's just do this before we do that. Only game I really played was Guitar Hero 3 on the Wii. Sadly, the guitar no longer works after 10 years. Mate, 10 years is a good stretch.
Did Guitar Hero come out for the Wii, did it?
Mate, Guitar Hero came out for everything. I worked at Game when that first game came out, and the shop was dead, and me and a lad called Danny, we had the TVs above us for people, one facing the counter and one facing outwards. So you could put a game in there or whatever, and it would just be playing. During the football, we put FIFA in and we set it up to like England versus whoever they were playing and put like the proper 45-minute game each half, because you could do that now. Back then, now, because they don't want people to be on the screen so long, they've like nerfed it essentially, made it so you can have 20 minutes a half. Anyway, last story and we'll move on. Basically, we set up a Guitar Hero. And we were playing it. We thought we'll give it a go. It's a new game. Nobody's in the store. Boss was out at lunch. And we put it on. Before we knew it, mate, people were walking past going, what's that? Because a lot of people didn't know what it was. Yeah. They were like, oh, can I have it? And they had a quick go on it. Oh, mate, how much is that? And we obviously had like the game and the guitar. I don't know the exact price, but let's say it was like 50 quid at the time, maybe 60.
Yeah.
We only had like 6 in stock, mate. We had to then put the one away that we were using to like demonstrate because somebody wanted to buy it because we sold out. By the time my boss came off an hour lunch, mate, we had sold fucking like I think 7 Guitar Heroes.
Fair enough.
So shame we went on commission, mate. I tell you, it'd be fucking amazing if we were. Oh god, man, I appreciate everybody stopping by and chatting with us and sticking with us because we're not on. We've had a bit of a gap, obviously, of not being on, but yeah, mate, Modern Warfare 3.
Yes, so we did the Warzone reveal event, didn't we?
Yeah, this is the trailer that's playing for people watching, obviously.
This trailer come up after we completed the reveal event. Obviously, we won't spoil the event if anyone's not done it yet.
I recommend it, actually. In Modern Warfare,
it was a unique take, wasn't it?
Yeah, I liked it. It was good. I want to see... I'm enjoying DMZ and stuff, and we've enjoyed the raid stuff on Modern Warfare 2 as well.
The raid, can't recommend that enough. That's been really enjoyable.
Did we find out who was making this after? Because I thought it was Sledgehammer. Was it Sledgehammer making this one?
I don't know, actually.
I don't think I actually did, to be fair. Right, I haven't got all the price yet because it's not even on the Xbox store yet. But Call of Duty, in terms of pounds and pence over here in the UK, will be starting at $64.99, which I assume that is a standard edition. And I've also seen one for $99, which is like $100, obviously. Probably about the same over here for like the Vault edition, I think it's called.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's expensive. Basically, it is an expensive game. It releases on at the moment 10th of November. It is going to be available to be on PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, Xbox Series XS, Xbox One, Battle.net, and Steam for those that want to play it on PC.
Okay, so it's saying is the game development for the game is led by Sledgehammer Games in partnership with Infinity Ward. So don't worry, thank God they're still there. We all know Infinity Ward not the best ones out.
To be honest, man, we played the event in Modern Warfare 2. I enjoyed it. I've enjoyed Modern Warfare 2. I've even enjoyed the story campaign mode on both games that have come out over the last few years, and it's revitalized the COD games for us as a group, because for a while we didn't like them. There was a step once you got to like.
See, I enjoyed the last campaign, Liam. I did enjoy the last campaign. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, what for? So is that what it said? Sorry, I've watched the Modern Warfare trailer. I'm not sure how I feel about it. I enjoyed Modern Warfare 2 campaign, but this trailer. No, he says I.
Oh, sorry, not sure. I didn't read that.
He did enjoy it. You did enjoy it, mate.
Yeah.
You did enjoy it. You did enjoy it.
In fairness, that was probably the best campaign I've played in COD for a while.
Yeah, well, the build up in Modern Warfare and then Modern Warfare 2 has been really good. I can't play it because of the song, but it's "Don't Fear the Reaper" in the background, which is a great song, but it's a different rendition. Blue Oyster Cult, I think, did the original. Great song.
I like the Verdansk feel to it with the prison we just saw there.
Yeah, we're assuming it. Well, I say assuming. I think it's pretty much. We haven't. It's not been confirmed, but we're looking at it going, that is Verdansk, isn't it? We were both like.
Hope Verdansk map comes back, because 2020 was a horrible year for so many people, and I know I worked all through obviously lockdowns, everything like that, and being a key worker, had to work through it all. And I remember coming home and playing Warzone, the original Warzone, and like that being a good release, and that was good memories for a crap year. So it would be good to go back. And I think that's a lot for a lot of people. A lot of people I know only have positive memories of Verdansk and the original Warzone playing through that time. I'd love to go back to it.
It's just the once it got taken over, the 2019 one got taken over for the Black Ops.
Yeah.
It just fucking ruined the game.
What I have heard is that everything you've got in Warzone 1 and 2 is transferable to the new Warzone, so that's good. So you're not going to have to buy everything.
Wait, so again. What? No, I was under the impression it was from the current one. Is it from the first one as well?
I'll double check that, but I thought I read that it was.
It'd be amazing if you can. I know it's going to be from. Well, okay, I don't know. I didn't know that, to be honest, man. To be fair, I thought it was just from the current one. Either way, if both that I'm happy with that alone, just Modern Warfare 2. But if it's got both, that's even more amazing. To be honest, if you've owned the other ones, that's really cool. I have enjoyed the raid stuff on the new game, and the reason I mention that because there's been 3 of us doing a mission and stuff like that. I don't know whether it'll be in this one, but the way they've done it, and I'm so glad that Infinity War. My biggest concern for this was somebody else doing it.
Sorry, I read it wrong. It was Warzone 2 stuff is carrying
Warzone 2. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, my biggest concern was that it was going to be somebody else doing it, and I think Infinity War. Whenever it's an Infinity War game, I'm not going to say every single game has been amazing, but in terms of the campaign and the story, they are really good.
Infinity War ones are better, don't you?
Yeah. So my concern was that they weren't going to do it, basically. So I'm glad that it's kind of like a partnership, but they are involved. How much that is, I don't know. But I think it looks... I'm going to reserve judgment. I want to see a bit more... I want to see actual gameplay footage.
Have you seen or heard anything on the new zombie mode? Because Treyarch are apparently making the zombie mode for the game. Right,
so you've got Sledgehammer, Infinity War, and
Treyarch all on the one game.
See, Treyarch did a really good game back for the World at War one. Was really good.
Now, what I've heard is that Zombies is going to be sort of like more. I want to say Warzone-esque. Apparently, there's going to be 21-player zombie, and it's like more open world instead of like the normal map gameplay.
Okay.
So I don't know if there's going to be like
DMZ
more stuff involved. Maybe like a zombie DMZ, like sort of along those lines. Maybe. Yeah, that would be good.
Yeah, sorry, Jack. Liam, if you because you said you've watched Training, I don't feel about. I'm a bit as well, but if you haven't done the event yet, go to the game and do the event. And I tell you what, it did hype me up for the game because at first I wasn't hype about Modern Warfare 3 at all. It's kind of hyped me up now for the story of it, at least, anyway. And so, yeah.
And hopefully, this is the last year we all have to pay for it.
Well, yeah, if Activision goes through, by the time we come back in a couple of weeks' time, so not next Sunday, the Sunday after, we might have some news maybe on whether that's going to happen.
I know this one definitely won't be included in the Game Pass.
No.
Or not straight away, at least. But hopefully going forward, the next ones should... all being good, be Game Pass.
Yeah, hopefully so. But again, I don't want other players to miss out. I don't care if you have a PlayStation, a PC, or whatever. But like, there's no need for this this console wars thing. I understand why it's a bit of we jab each other or whatever. But like,
in fairness, the console wars ended. Like that was our generation, wasn't it? Right,
it's still going on, mate. No, but even, mate, console wars go all the way back to fucking Sega and Nintendo back in the day. But what I mean is, in terms then there were different comparisons to games. When you get to like PS5 and Xbox S and PC's always got a bit of an edge to it. It's always a bit better in terms of frame rate and stuff.
Yeah.
But like, if you were to play Red Dead, we can't see play it. So if you were to look at gameplay footage from Red Dead Redemption 2 on PlayStation 5 to an Xbox, could you actually decipher without seeing the console or the joypad? Really. There you go, is what I'm getting at.
I think you...
So they need to stop being dicks, mate, to be fair. That's what they need to they do.
I think this day and age, you should be able to play with your friends on whatever console anyone has. If your one friend has Xbox, your one friend has PlayStation, your one friend has PC,
100%.
All of you should be able to play with whatever you want. And I honestly think that Xbox and Phil Spencer's mindset is that. And I remember reading a story a while back about them making it PlayStation 5 controller compatible with the new Xbox.
Yeah.
Now, I know friends of mine that have got a PlayStation, and because they prefer the controller, I personally prefer Xbox controller. But where is the logic? If it's a Bluetooth controller or a wireless controller, why can't you use it on whatever you want? Why? I don't understand. Why can't you? So it should be completely. Yeah, Liam, you're right. Sony crying over stupid things. Exactly. Yeah. It's like I saw an interview with the head of the Sony gaming the other week, and he was saying that first party PlayStation games, like their big releases, I assume like stuff like Spider-Man, God of War, stuff like that, will not go to a PlayStation version of the Game Pass on day one. Why?
Oh. Yeah,
why not? Well,
why
the
not?
reason why is because they want the money from the total cost of the game.
As I said, we worked it out, didn't we, before? The Game Pass is brilliant because you pay $14.99 a month. It sounds a lot. Is it $14.99 a month now?
I believe so. $14.99 a month.
But even
that's the ultimate though, as well. That is the ultimate.
Yeah, yeah. So, but like, even with that, man, just like if you download 2 games a month, you're fucking laughing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's even a game a month, you're laughing. So,
yeah.
Even if you're a casual gamer, the Game Pass is a brilliant way of trying out a lot of games that were that are pretty good. There's something going on here. But yeah, Sony can't over stupid things, mate. You're right. Oh, people appearing. Everything right?
Yep.
You get a live thing on your door, mate. Tell them.
Yeah. So yeah, no, I completely agree. As Liam has said there, console wars are stupid. You should be able to play on whatever you want. That is exactly the attitude. And the problem is I think if Sony don't get on board with that, they are going to be left behind, because that is the prevailing sentiment now. Is why is crossplay not available everywhere?
Well, bloody even to the cloud gaming stuff. Is it the Luna thing on Amazon?
Yeah.
You know, again, like you said about the joypads a minute ago, Bluetooth joypad, just be done with it. Just get on with it, like, you know. So it'd be amazing. So even like crossplay with people on cloud and stuff. Obviously, the internet's got to be better, the infrastructure's got to be better, but like I think we'll get there. I can't see why we can't.
Definitely.
Anyway, man. So we will be back on I think the 3rd of September.
Yes.
Which I think is about right. And then
which we'll have already started playing Starfield for.
Yeah, man. Like I said, I hope I'm going to build up the OBS thing and be able to stream stuff as well. Like I said, when I have this Sunday free, which is how we can do this show, 9 out of 10, I have the rest of the day free. So what I'm going to try and do is get Benny Mac Gaming going as well, and just talk and play some Starfield, or which it probably will be for a while now going forward. Just doing stuff on there and just chilling out with whoever wants to come by and hang out, basically. So yeah, so we're not going to be doing the Tuesday thing, is what you're getting at, I assume?
Yes.
It's at 7 p.m. on Tuesday.
Yeah, I'm not going to be available.
Okay, that's a shame. I might still. So anyway, we won't do it then. Gamescom is on Tuesday, ladies and gents. If you want to watch that, I believe it's 7 p.m. for us here in the UK, and it's about 11 a.m. I think for people in the US. I could be wrong on that. I did send a message, but I can't find it. Either way, Gamescom's happening, but I think it's more of a. It's not showing off as much. It's more people talking about the games coming out and stuff as well as showing stuff that wasn't at E3, I think.
Yeah.
And then maybe a bit more of other things. Appreciate everybody stopping by.
What's that comment?
Liam, what's this?
The new Rainbow Six Siege trailer.
Oh, don't even talk to me about Rainbow. Oh, no, it wasn't Siege, was it?
There's a new game, or it's just a more add-on to the existing Rainbow Siege? Because
what was that one with the alien bullshit that came out and we played on?
Oh yeah, no, that was was the same company, wasn't it? That wasn't very good. I played Rainbow Siege when it came out, but I went on it a couple of years ago. No, maybe last year. Tried it, and I was like, it feels clunky.
It did then, so that's
it
wasn't like this at all again.
Yeah, it just feels clunky to me.
New operator and game changes, apparently.
So yeah. I was going to say,
Rainbow Six franchise was good, but it hasn't. I don't know, man. I mean, Division was cool, but that's not really Rainbow Six, but it is still Tom Clancy. But yeah, the Siege stuff in it. What was that bloody alien one called? It came out on Game Pass, wasn't it?
I played it in beta, and that was it. Like
when it came out, and I played it for about 15-20 minutes, and I was like, I couldn't get on with controls. It was like just laggy is not the right word, because it wasn't laggy because of the internet or anything. It was just, like you said, clunky a minute ago.
Yeah.
It was like Outbreak.
Yes, that's it.
That's the one. Yeah, it was awful, and I wanted to like that because we
were quite hyped about it, weren't we?
We were, yeah, and it just didn't fucking deliver, did it? It was awful, to be honest.
It was Game Pass, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was on Game Pass. I didn't pay for it. Thank fuck. Jesus.
That's a good example of why the Game Pass is good.
Yeah.
If you don't like it, you aren't paid nothing
What
for it.
happened? I don't think it's done as much anymore, but what happened to demos?
They don't exist no more, do they?
Do you remember having demos?
I remember demo discs when you used to buy a magazine.
Yeah, but they used to do demos on the Xbox. They used to do it on Xbox. Game platforms did demos for a little bit. It became a damn. I'm sold now. What you want about?
Hopefully not an Outbreak after that.
Not an Outbreak, mate. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, mate. Surely you've not taken that.
It's a public service, mate. Don't fucking do it.
or is he sold on the Game Pass now? Maybe.
Or maybe he's bought Starfield.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're due to be back on 3rd of September. Do some more gameplay junkies. We'll do the. I like that idea, Jack. Of I'll get the pictures together for the consoles. See who can name it the quickest.
Oh, the Game Pass. That's right. That's all right then. We thought we was going to say. I thought we destroyed Outbreak enough.
Liam, Connor, thank you for joining us on the chat, and anybody else that stopped by to watch and didn't get involved. We'll be back on 3rd of September. That is obviously. I need to find the thing, mate. I'm stalling for time. Not very well though. There we are. There it is. Is that the right one? Yeah. I've done this for a while. That's Jack. Follow us on Twitter. That's not Jack. That's Jack over there. Look at my amazing towel there. Follow me on X at BenNny Mac Beach, BenNyMack. Follow Jack at JackV327 on Twitter. Follow the network at SJP World Media. See you next time, Liam. Thank you very much. I've lost it again. What was I saying, Jack? What was I doing? Oh, yeah, follow this. I said SJP World Media, didn't I? Oh, follow the show at GamePlay Junkies, at GamePlay Junkies on X, formerly known as Twitter. I'm going to stop ranting on now. And Liam, by the time we come on by September 3rd, you should have got the Game Pass. See you later.